everyone. Welcome back to Agriculture Insight. Macadamia nuts, those little golden nuggets of crunch and buttery goodness, aren't just a tasty treat. They're a superstar in the nut world, and America has taken notice. Sure, Australia can claim the title of macadamia's birthplace, but the United States, especially Hawaii, has stepped up its game, producing a staggering 37.7 million pounds of these delightful nuts every year. That's a whole lot of macadamia magic. But have you ever wondered how these prized nuts make their journey from tree to your snack bowl? It's not just a case of shaking a tree and hoping for the best. From careful cultivation to high-tech harvesting and meticulous processing, macadamia farming is an art, a science, and a bit of nutty genius. So, let's crack this story open and dive into the fascinating world of macadamia production. Macadamia nuts are small, round, and encased in an extremely hard shell that protects the creamy, rich nut inside. When ripe, they turn from green to brown, signaling their readiness for harvest. These nuts thrive in warm, subtropical climates with well-drained soil and ample rainfall, conditions found in places like Hawaii, California, and Florida. Macadamia trees need a frost-free environment, consistent temperatures between 65 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and at least 50 inches of rainfall per year. Hawaii is the largest producer in the U.S., thanks to its volcanic soil and stable climate. Other states like California have attempted macadamia cultivation, but Hawaii remains the leader due to its near-perfect conditions. In the United States, macadamia nuts are primarily grown in Hawaii, which is considered the macadamia capital of the country. Hawaii is home to large commercial farms that contribute significantly to national production. California also has some small-scale macadamia nut farms, particularly in the southern part of the state. Florida, with its warm climate, has seen experimental farming efforts, though on a much smaller scale compared to Hawaii. Macadamia trees take between 5 to 7 years to bear fruit, requiring patience from farmers. However, once they start producing, these trees can live and yield nuts for over 100 years, making them a long-term investment in agriculture. The real challenge in macadamia farming isn't just growing the trees, it's harvesting the nuts efficiently. These nuts fall naturally to the ground when they're ripe, meaning farmers don't have to pick them from the trees. However, gathering millions of pounds of fallen nuts is a different story. That's where modern machinery comes in. Large-scale macadamia farms in America rely on specialized machines to collect nuts quickly and efficiently. Two essential pieces of equipment used in macadamia harvesting are tree shakers and nut sweepers. Tree shakers are one of the most effective tools in modern macadamia harvesting. These powerful machines clamp onto the trunk of a tree and create controlled vibrations, causing any remaining ripe nuts to detach and fall to the ground. Since macadamia nuts naturally drop over time, tree shakers help speed up the process, ensuring that more nuts are available for collection in a shorter period. Once the nuts are on the ground, nut sweepers and collectors take over. These machines operate like giant vacuums, sweeping the orchard floor and efficiently gathering fallen nuts while leaving behind unwanted debris like leaves, twigs, and rocks. The collected nuts are then funneled into large storage bins or transported for further processing. By using these automated collection methods, farmers can handle large harvests quickly and efficiently, reducing the need for manual labor and improving overall farm productivity. The efficiency of machines compared to manual harvesting is staggering. A tree shaker can shake hundreds of trees per day, significantly reducing the need for human labor. Nut sweepers can collect thousands of pounds per hour, whereas hand-picking the same amount would take days. In fact, using industrial harvesting machinery increases efficiency by at least 5 to 10 times compared to traditional hand collection methods. This not only reduces costs, but also allows for a more consistent and timely harvest, ensuring that macadamia nuts reach processing facilities while still at peak quality. The adoption of mechanized harvesting has transformed the macadamia nut industry, allowing American farmers to compete on a global scale. By investing in advanced machinery, farms can enhance efficiency, maintain consistent yields, and meet the growing consumer demand for this highly sought-after nut. While smaller farms may still use manual harvesting methods for specialty crops, large-scale operations depend on technology to ensure a successful and profitable harvest season. Despite the advantages of industrial machines, some smaller farms and specialty growers still prefer hand-picking macadamia nuts. This method is slower, but ensures careful selection of only the best quality nuts. For premium, organic, or specialty nuts, this labor-intensive approach remains popular. Once collected, macadamia nuts must go through a rigorous process before they are ready for consumption. The first step in this process is cleaning. Freshly harvested nuts are covered in a sticky husk that must be removed to prevent spoilage and ensure quality. This is done using specialized dehusking machines that strip away the outer husk, leaving only the hard inner shell exposed. Removing the husk is a crucial step as it prevents mold growth and improves the efficiency of the subsequent drying process. After dehusking, the nuts still contain a significant amount of moisture, which must be reduced to extend shelf life and maintain optimal texture. The nuts are placed in drying chambers where they are exposed to controlled temperatures ranging between 104 to 22 degrees for several days. This gradual drying process lowers the moisture content from approximately 30% to around 1.5%, ensuring that the nuts remain fresh and crisp for an extended period. Once dried, the next challenge is cracking the nuts open. Macadamia nuts have one of the hardest shells of any nut variety, making them difficult to process manually. Commercial cracking machines utilize high-pressure systems to break the shells without damaging the delicate kernel inside. This step requires precision to ensure maximum yield while preserving the integrity of the nut. Following cracking, the nuts are sorted and graded based on size, color, and overall quality. Only the highest quality nuts are selected for direct sale as whole macadamia nuts, while smaller or imperfect ones are processed into macadamia oil or other derivative products. A significant portion of macadamia nuts undergoes a meticulous shelling process to extract the valuable kernels inside. Since macadamia shells are among the hardest in the nut world, cracking them requires powerful machinery designed for precision and efficiency. The process begins with automated shelling machines equipped with high-pressure rollers that apply just enough force to break the shells without damaging the delicate nuts inside. These machines use calibrated pressure sensors to ensure that only the shells crack, leaving the kernels intact. After cracking, the nuts pass through an air separator that efficiently removes shell fragments, ensuring a clean final product. Some facilities even employ optical sorting technology, which uses cameras and sensors to detect and separate any remaining shell pieces. This advanced processing guarantees that only high-quality macadamia kernels make it to market, ready for roasting, packaging, or further processing into various macadamia-based products. Once sorted, the nuts proceed to packaging. Some are sold as in-shell macadamia nuts, while others are fully shelled and vacuum-sealed to retain freshness. Additionally, some nuts undergo further processing in the roasting stage. Shelled macadamia nuts are placed on roasting lines where they are lightly toasted to enhance their natural buttery flavor. Some batches are also seasoned with salt or coated in honey, transforming them into an irresistible snack. Through this multi-step process, macadamia nuts are transformed from raw, harvested products into premium snacks and culinary ingredients enjoyed by consumers worldwide. The combination of advanced machinery and careful quality control ensures that each macadamia nut meets the highest standards before reaching the market. Macadamia trees require years of careful maintenance before they start producing nuts. Farmers use a combination of traditional care methods and modern machinery to maximize tree health and yield. Planting macadamia trees begins with careful selection of seedlings or grafted saplings to ensure strong growth and high yield. Farmers typically choose high-quality saplings that have been carefully nurtured to withstand environmental conditions and produce an abundant harvest. Many farms now utilize automated planting machines that not only dig precise holes, but also fertilize the soil and position young trees at optimal spacing. These machines help maintain uniformity in planting, reducing the margin of error and ensuring that each tree has ample room to grow and develop a strong root system. This mechanized approach improves efficiency and consistency, giving each tree the best possible start while minimizing labor costs. Macadamia trees require well-drained soil with good aeration to prevent root rot and promote healthy growth. They thrive in warm, subtropical climates with moderate rainfall, making site selection a crucial factor in successful cultivation. Farmers often conduct soil tests to ensure the land meets macadamia tree requirements, adjusting pH levels and nutrient content as needed. Properly selecting the planting location and employing modern technology in the early stages of growth greatly contribute to the long-term success of macadamia orchards. Pollination is another critical factor in macadamia nut production. Unlike some other crops, macadamia trees depend heavily on pollinators, particularly bees, to transfer pollen between flowers and enhance nut development. Many farmers actively encourage bee activity by strategically placing beehives throughout their orchards. This practice significantly increases pollination rates, leading to higher nut yields and improved overall tree health. By fostering a pollinator-friendly environment, growers help sustain both their crops and the vital bee populations that contribute to agricultural success. Harvesting 37.7 million pounds of macadamia nuts each year in the U.S. is no small feat. It requires a blend of technology, traditional farming techniques, and careful processing to ensure these buttery, rich nuts make it to our tables. From the volcanic soils of Hawaii to advanced tree shakers and nut sweepers, modern macadamia farming is a fascinating mix of old and new methods working together. Next time you enjoy a handful of macadamia nuts, remember the incredible journey they took to get to you. Now we have a nut that is harvested in a similar way to macadamia, pecan, Harvesting pecans is a complex journey that requires a perfect combination of traditional farming techniques and modern technology. When the harvest season begins, typically from October to November, farmers and large farms enter the busiest time of the year. This is when each pecan reaches its perfect ripeness, with the green outer shell starting to crack open, revealing the hard nut inside, a clear sign that they are ready to be harvested. However, to get these high-quality pecans from the tree to the ground and eventually to the processing plant, a series of carefully executed harvesting steps are needed, supported by a range of advanced equipment. The process begins with the use of tree shaker machines, an essential tool in any modern pecan farm. Tree shakers work by generating strong but controlled vibrations, allowing the ripe pecans to fall to the ground without causing damage to the tree trunk or roots. The machine is equipped with a hydraulic clamp that securely grips the tree trunk at waist height. When activated, the clamp shakes the tree for a few seconds at a high frequency, enough to make the nuts fall without breaking branches. For large trees or towering ones that can reach up to 100 feet, farms often use larger versions of tree shakers with powerful engines and the ability to reach thick trunks. This type of machine not only improves harvesting efficiency, but also protects the long-term health of the trees, ensuring they continue to produce high yields in future seasons. After the pecans fall to the ground, the next step is to gather them into rows for further processing. This is the job of the nut sweepers and row gatherers. These machines are usually attached to a tractor and feature rotating brushes or powerful fans. As the machine moves along the rows of trees, it sweeps the ground, collecting all the pecans, dry leaves, and small branches into a long row. Some modern versions even include an air-blowing system to push light debris out of the way, keeping the pecan rows as neat as possible. This not only speeds up the harvesting process, but also reduces the amount of waste that needs to be dealt with in the later stages. Next, the pecan harvester takes on the task of collecting the nuts from the ground. This machine is equipped with advanced technology to handle the nuts gently and efficiently. The harvester is designed with rotating conveyor belts that pick up the nuts from the ground and carry them to a large container mounted on the back of the machine. During this process, a powerful fan system is integrated to remove dirt and light debris like dust and sand, ensuring that only the pecans and heavier shell pieces are kept. Once the container is full, the pecans are transferred to a specialized truck for transport to the processing plant. Transportation from the orchard to the processing plant is also a crucial step in the harvesting process. Specialized trucks are designed to protect the pecans from damage caused by weather or environmental factors during transit. The transportation time is also optimized to ensure that the nuts arrive at the processing plant fresh and in good condition. The use of modern machinery in pecan harvesting has revolutionized the agriculture industry. Equipment like tree shakers and harvesters help save time, handling thousands of trees each day, while ensuring that the nuts are collected gently, minimizing losses and preserving their nutritional value. Machinery also contributes to environmental protection, as cleaning equipment in the orchard helps reduce waste and save energy during transportation. The harvesting process not only reflects technological advancement, but also symbolizes the dedication in American agriculture, delivering delicious, high-quality pecans to consumers. After being harvested, the pecans begin their journey at the processing plant. This is where a series of careful and precise steps take place to ensure that each nut meets the highest quality standards before reaching the consumer. The pecans are poured into a receiving pit, where they are collected to begin the preliminary cleaning process. From here, the nuts are transferred to a conveyor belt, passing through air blowers and vibrating screens. These machines help remove larger impurities like branches, dry leaves, and dirt that may have stuck to the nuts during harvesting. This cleaning step is crucial for eliminating unwanted materials before the nuts proceed to more detailed processing stages. Next, the pecans are placed in a high-powered vacuum machine, aspirator. This machine uses strong airflow to remove light, dry shell fragments, dust, and any small particles that may remain. As a result, the pecans are cleaned almost completely, preparing them for the important next step of sterilization. After cleaning, the pecans are transferred to a sterilization soak tank, where they are immersed in a chlorine solution that meets food safety standards. This stage helps remove bacteria and contaminants that could affect the quality of the nuts. Next, the pecans are washed with clean hot water to remove any chemical residues. This step is essential to ensure that the product meets the highest hygiene standards. Once cleaned and sterilized, the pecans are transferred to an industrial dryer to reduce their moisture content. The dryer uses carefully controlled temperatures to dry the nuts, lowering the internal moisture to about 4 to 5%. Reducing the moisture not only helps the nuts stay fresh longer, but also preserves their crunch and distinct pecan flavor. The next stage is shelling. The pecans are placed into a shelling machine where pitsons apply even pressure from both ends to crack the shell without damaging the nut inside. This is a process that requires high precision, as cracking the nut can reduce the product's commercial value. After the shells are removed, the nuts are passed through a vibrating size sorter where they are categorized into large, medium, and small sizes for different commercial purposes. To ensure the highest quality, the pecans are placed into an automatic image scanning machine. This device uses advanced optical sensors to detect and remove any nuts with inconsistent color or damage. The nuts that meet the standard are then further inspected manually on a sorting table, where workers remove any imperfections that the machines may have missed. The final step in the process is packaging. The pecans, which have been thoroughly inspected and sorted, are packed into bags or large containers, depending on market requirements. Popular products include whole nuts, broken pieces, or shelled nuts. All packaging is properly labeled with information about quality, origin, and expiration date, ensuring transparency and safety for consumers. Pecans are not only a valuable fruit in terms of nutrition, but also bring deep economic, cultural, and lifestyle benefits. Economically, pecans are a high-value agricultural product, widely consumed both internationally and domestically, contributing to the increased income of farmers. Pecan trees also hold significant cultural value, symbolizing sustainability and growth in many cultures, especially during holidays or festivals, where they are considered a gift that brings good luck and prosperity. Additionally, pecans contribute to daily life as an ingredient in many dishes, nutritious foods, and as a source of valuable vegetable oil that supports health and beauty. We've just explored the amazing journey of the pecan, from lush orchards to the harvesting process and transformation into nutritious, delicious products. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you have any questions, feel free to share them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to keep exploring more fascinating stories. See you in the next videos.